For any clarification, please drop me a mail in tally.sarkar@gmail.com. In this model, I'll show you how to calculate YTD revenue. This is source dataset and this is expected output dataset. In expected output set, we have two extra columns, CM sales and YTD sales. Our approach is test data driven development. So we'll see the source file and we'll derive the expected output and then we'll apply some logic. There are three methods to derive YTD sales. First one is correlated query, second one is analytical query, and third one is the standard design, which helps to derive YTD sales with the help of union, joins and filter and aggregation. In the correlated query, inner table derives the YTD and outer table helps to discard irrelevant record set. This is the upper bound of the query and this is the lower bound of the query. In the upper bound says that till which month we should sum up the revenues. Let's for example, for the month of February we should sum up for January and February. Lower bound always says that the January month of a current year. Subsequent slides defines everything, so you can follow the subsequent slide. This is where upper bound and this is the lower bound of the query. In analytical query, it sums up for 3 years, so we have to write 3 different query to derive the result set. This is the upper bound conditions, this is the lower bound conditions of the first year. This is the first year query conditions, this is second year query conditions, and this is final year query conditions. You can follow it, you can understand it. We have to place these 3 queries in a union so that our desired result can come. This is the final query using the analytical function. Here is the union. Third method is layman's method, which I like most. It has following features. Among that, most important feature is everybody will understand it. We'll use basic things like join, sort, union, aggregate. We'll follow obviously test data driven development, and for this we need a date 36 month table which will have two columns. One is a date number, another is a date, exact date. Date 36 months table will look like this. It will have the data like this. If we join input table and date table using as date and month date and then filter it, and after that if we apply the aggregations, then we can come to this result set. Here is the data example. If we join this and this table on the sales date and the month date, the join condition is this, then for the month of January we'll get one record. For the February we'll have 2 record set, and see the month number and month date and one number column remain same. And for the March month we'll get 3 record set. Here the month number and month date is the same. Now if we apply the aggregations, then this column will give us the YTD sales. Output of 3 months query is represented in more colorful way. I have displayed the grouping. This is the grouping, this is the grouping, and this is the grouping. In this result set, you can imagine the most important point is this two. So second year YTD is first year YTD plus sales till that month for that year, and that is wrong because YTD only represents that year data. So we need to correct it. So for correcting, we need to write 3 different queries and then union the result set and then aggregate. This will give the exact YTD figure for each year. First query will look like this. You can understand it if you read it carefully. Second year query will look like this. Obviously, I hope you can understand. In case if you have any doubt, then please write me in tally.sarkar@gmail.com. And let's go to third query. Third query, it has the conditions like this. So again, it's a very easy thing to explain it. Now we have derived the YTD sales figure. Now how to take the current month sales from the input source table. There is a trick behind it. We'll rewrite the first query in this manner so that we can take the current month sales from input to output, but there is a trick. This is the data outcome of this query. So you can say the we have to discard all the read records. So the case is, if the month date and sales date is same, then take the data as current month revenue, and for other things it should be 0. We can put this type of things in a case statement. So let me take you to the case statement. Case statement is this, then sales, otherwise 0, and after that on this top we have to apply the aggregation so that you can find the current month sales as well as YTD sales. For to explain in detail, so that you can imagine and visualize the example, I have rederived the data set. So after implementing the case statement, this is the data set. Second year query, we write in the same fashion, and third year query also we write in the same fashion. Obviously the final query becomes too lengthy, but still it is very logical to understand it and to relate it. So I am taking you to the different slides of final query. The group by clause, and this is the union clause, and now I'm creating a new tables from the final query as to keep the result set for analysis and understanding purpose. Now let's come to the next slide. This is the output. November month YTD sales is same as October, since there is no revenue in November. The same thing is true for July, August. Those are the same as June, so both are 77,000. This is 2013 record set, and this is the input record set. Obviously you can refer input record set to review the result. So phase 1 processing is over. This is the overall logic of phase 1 processing.